I don't usually get all of the plants up at one time. So I'm going to put these, well no, I'm going to, and that needs to be up, 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 there. Because I already got 2 or 3 planted in the bottom of it, so that's enough. They'll multiply. But these other ones I got out here, and I'm gonna put this one right here. And I've got 2 or 3 here. Put over. Now I'll put some over here in this one. I've already got a few growing up in here. Doesn't hurt to put a couple more. Whew. I'm sure getting my tripod dirty. My hands are filthy. Put these over here. And hopefully with all this rain we've been having, or just started getting, they'll grow. Whew. Now I'm going to come back over here and get some compost tea. And I'll come out here and water those few that I've already got planted. And I'll be right back. We'll get some compost tea. So you see, once you get moonflowers started, they drop seeds. You'll have all the moonflowers you want. Hopefully it'll rain again. And this is all compost tea that I'm watering with. still got banana peels in part of it. Whew. The rest of the yard is a lot wetter than this little rock garden is. Water that up there. But, sorry I got in front of the camera, but that's my moonflowers planted out there. We'll see how much more it rains, if they'll survive. And I saw a stray marigold come up right down there. Oh, and you know what? Here's another moonflower. Look at that. There's another moonflower. That's another moonflower, y'all. I'm going to go put it in this pot over here. But this is a marigold. One of the seeds, I guess, blew over there. So we'll put it in this pot with the rest of the marigolds. And there goes some here. 2 little seeds flew out. Go ahead and stick them in here. Because if I leave them down there, they'll just get cut when I mow. And I really don't want to cut them with the mower. So I'm just going to fill those compost tea buckets back up. There's only 2. Good, buddy. What do you think, huh? Whew. I don't know if you can tell, but in my compost tea buckets, the 2 that I just filled up, I do have cabbage leaves, and see that cabbage leaf floating around? I keep cabbage leaves, food scraps. I throw potato peelings in there if I just peel potatoes. If I don't want them to grow in the garden, just throw them in your compost bucket. Or throw them in your compost pile, and they'll break down. If I've already cooked the potatoes and I'm peeling them, then I'll throw those in my pots, because they won't grow new potatoes if you've already cooked the peelings. But there's little buddy. He just come over here and brushed the tripod and almost knocked it down. I know you kind of saw that glitch in the screen. But I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this one. Ain't that right, little buddy? Huh? See, he stays right with me everywhere I go in the garden. And he knows I'm fixing to take off because I'm picking the camera up. So he's up and he's going to go too. I'm going to go put this shovel and some of this other stuff up. Up. There's a moonflower right there, y'all. See it? I'm probably going to find moonflowers all over my yard. Just from the seeds. And I hate to do this, but if I don't get it up when I see it, I'm not going to see it later. And it'll just put down really big roots. Let's see there. That's a moonflower. Right coming up in the yard from just a stray seed that fell out of the pot over here. It looks like I got divots all over the yard. But I don't guess that's a bad thing. I've already got moonflowers coming up. Just want to wash my hands off so I can take the shovel and these pots around here. Well, you know, I could probably leave the pots here and just take the shovel and put it up. Because I'll leave my bucket here anyway. Oh, ain't that right, buddy? Huh? Ain't that right, little buddy? There he is. He come up here on the step because he thought I was finished, and he knows if I finish, I go in the house. But I got to take these around to the other side of the house. Because the other side of the house is where I'll be putting dirt in these pots and that type of thing. And look at all the clematis coming up. Look at it. All the clematis that drop seeds, it's all over the yard. That's all clematis, those vines. Let's see. See, those are clematis right there. That's a clematis. Let me go get my trowel. Because no matter how hard you try to get all of those seed, you can't get all the seed, and some of it drops on the ground. And the first good rain you have, like we had, guess what? These things come up. So clematis is another plant. There's a marigold. But that's a clematis right there. It likes it in the ground. See, you end up with free plants. That's one reason I don't mind them falling. Get them over here because I'm going to put them in this pot. This one right here. They haven't been growing as good here as on the other side. So put that right down in there. And there's the marigold. Put that right in there. We've got 2 more of these. Yep, little buddy. Finding all of these plants in the ground. And I got a ton of them here coming up around my rose bushes. And it's already vining out. Look at that. There's one. Where it dropped seeds last year. Or may have dropped seeds some this year too. Keep as much of that dirt on it as possible. And see if we can get it to come up the trellis some without breaking it. But yeah, I got a ton of them coming up here with these rose bushes. So I could sell clematis if I had anybody around that wanted to buy any. There's one. I mean, the rose bush lived there, so I guess the clematis figured it was good too. Whew. But I got big ones right there. They're already vining. Trying to put out a flower. Look at that. That's growing under that rock. There's 2 of them. It's growing under the rock. I don't know how I'm going to get it up. There. Got it loose enough I could pull it up. They're everywhere. And I even got marigolds here. There's some marigolds. Where the seed fell out of the pot. Because I had marigolds planted here. The marigolds died and they dropped seed. Oh, I want to get some of these over here. Get that one down in there. With that big clump of dirt still on it, so it has half a chance. And that marigold too. But there's some here. One here. And that's just simply from the seeds that dropped from the trellis above me. Let's see where the base of this one is. Look at all the clematis plants I've got. But if you only get a couple of seeds to plant for clematis, you get one plant to come up, you'll end up with all the clematis you could ever want from that one plant, because it will drop 1,000,001 seeds. See, because I'm going to have to get out here and mow pretty soon. Whew. I've got marigolds all over out here where the seeds blew. Where's the stalk of this marigold? That's not it. And this other thing right here, it's a flower too. I bought it years ago and it's got flowers opening. That's one reason I hate to mow my yard. I got flowers everywhere. But I got a handful here. And I'm going to come around here and there goes a big one right there. Let me get this one. That is a big one right there. And it is deep. I'm going to put these in these pots over here that this other clematis is growing in. Because some of it didn't do too good. Whoops. Let's see if I can get back over here. Because like I said, I've got 4 or 5 different kinds of clematis. They're all different colors. So I like to mix them up. Put some of these in here with these Jacqueline. Let's see how they do. Put a couple of marigolds in there. Now I can't pick them all up. Let's get on the other side over here. And we'll put some on this in this other pot. See, I still got some growing. 1 or 2 good ones, but it doesn't hurt to have these kind in there too. If I can get them in there. Because these things love, get this out of the way so I can get over here. These clematis love plants growing at the base. So you can put several different kinds of them in one pot. We'll put me a marigold in this one. Whew. And we'll move over here. I'm gonna move this one over here back where it was. Oh, get hung up in the vines. I don't want the clematis in this pot, but I will put the marigolds. Get the clematis out. There. But I got all these marigolds that just grew from the seeds that blew. Ain't that right, little buddy? Yeah. Oh. Now I'm going to take these other clematis. I'm going to put them at the base of this clematis out here and the mandevilla. Right there. Whew. And hope that it survives. Put 2 or 3 in each one. Oh man. Come over here and yeah, and those were hollyhocks. I never could remember the name of it. It's hollyhocks. But I've still got a tomato plant growing in here. But that's okay because it's a annual. It's not going to live through the summer month, the winter months. So, but these clematis will come up every year. So I definitely want those down in here. Whew. We got little oak trees growing. So there, we filled up our clematis pots at the trellises with free plants. Look at that little buddy. See, he travels all around with me in the garden. He keeps me company while I'm doing in my gardening. He's a sweetheart. Ain't that right, little buddy? Huh? Ain't that right, little buddy? My hands are dirty. My hands are dirty, but he don't care. And he's got fuzzies on him. He's got fuzzies on him. I'm getting y'all dirty with dirt from the plants. Yeah, he likes gardening. He likes to follow me around. So, that's what is going on in my garden today. I'll put a little bit more compost too to each one of these pots that I put either the marigolds in or the clematis. The dirt's already damp for the most part. In these pots it is. But it doesn't hurt to give it a little extra. Look at there standing tall. The wind didn't affect it. I guess it was just in the right spot. See, most of it looks dead going up the trellis, but it's alive. Look up there at the top. All those flowers. There's plenty of purple flowers up there. Whew. I find any more stray marigolds, I'm going to plant in these. I'll find an empty spot in these cinder blocks, and I'll pop one in there. Because see there's marigolds coming up in there now. In those pots. over here. They're little, but they've just started coming up. And right there, little ones popping up there. So I will have a few more marigolds before the summer's up. And I got a pot right there I need to plant something in. I don't know what yet. I need to put Swiss chard or something in it. Because I don't have anything planted in it. And that's good dirt right there. I mean, it's compost and good stuff there to plant in. So oh, and I got some peppers fell over here too. I didn't notice those before. I'll need to get something to stake this one up for sure. These two. And that one. So let me see if I can find a twig or something. I don't know if these will hold them because they're kind of don't really have leaves on it. I mean, limbs on it. Maybe I can do this number. Well, this one's a little better. It's not going very far down. But like I said, you don't have to have expensive stakes to put to your plants. A little tree limb will work. And I might come out here later with a string or something and tie them. But you can see all that is a broke twig that I got off of the these down limbs back here. That one's trying to fall over. There. Do that number with it. And you can see back here is where I went to get the pieces that I've been staking it up with. So you don't have to get, doesn't have to get real costly. And that one needs a little bit of help. And that's nothing but a broken tree limb. It's so heavy. From the weight of the peppers. Give it a little bit of help. And I think I got one over here. Yeah, those in there need help. See how I can get to them. This one back here, you know, that's the one I said the other day that needed a, it definitely needed some help. But it needs a little bit bigger, thicker stick like this one, I think. Because it's pretty heavy. It's full of peppers. If I can get it down in there. Yeah, I'm going to have to tie that up with something. Maybe this cord or part of it. Go around both of those stakes and tie it off. And hopefully that'll keep it from blowing over again or falling over from the weight of the peppers. Because that's, yeah, I got some pretty big peppers on there. And those peppers get heavy. Really heavy. And that one too. They're so delicate, they break easy. Sometimes I don't really like to tie them. But in this case, they need to be tied or they're going to be down on the ground. Peppers there. And I still got some back there that I need to these right there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're laying over here. But I got this tomato kelp trellis. If I can get some more yarn. Get some yarn from this. Because it's really got too much here. I don't need all this. Tied to these cages. And what I can probably do is put this yarn kind of around these. Oh, didn't do the way I wanted. Kind of like this. And I got a tomato plant growing all up through there. It's crazy. Tomato plants grow crazy. But there, that's kind of got it up a little. Hopefully it won't break off. But I can take these buckets, these runoff buckets right there, and take them up there and water the clematis and stuff that I just planted. That way you reuse your compost tea. That means you're reusing your compost, you're reusing your any type of fertilizer or plant food that you put in there, because it all runs off with your water. And I got this one I'm going to run up there and water that other clematis with. So there you go. That's how I stake up a lot of my plants. That's how I save on paying for stakes to stake my plants up with. I just break a tree limb or a little branch. That's how you reuse your compost tea with your fertilizer and everything else that runs off in your buckets. So anything you can recycle like that is a good thing when it comes to gardening. Whew. Man, I'm hot, y'all. My shirt's getting all wet. So with that, I'm going to let y'all go. I got to get out here in a little bit and sweep off my sidewalk and clean up out here on the patio. I might bring you back for that. So please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. See you on the next one. Bye.